Way back in high school, my dad bought me a red Falcon station wagon. I was excited to get my first car to drive. But you don't usually think about a station wagon to drive in high school. But you know what? I was thankful for that car. It was red, there was no paint scratches, it had black interior, and there were no tears in the car. I was thankful and excited to have a car to drive. But by the end of high school, my dad offered to loan me the money so that I could buy my very first car. Well, I love Mustangs, and everything I had was blue, so I wanted a blue Mustang. So as he started to look through the ads in the paper, you might know what that is either. It's a paper, that comes out with all the things that are for sale. Anyway, he goes through and he starts looking at the ads in the paper and he finds a baby blue Mustang 2, 1974. Yeah, it dates me a little bit. 1974 baby blue Mustang, and I was so excited to go see it. But my dad knows me very well, so he said to me, Connie, now as you look at this car, I do not want to see you showing all your excitement. You've got to keep a straight look on your face so that when I go to make a deal, this person doesn't know how much you want that car. Yeah, he knew me very well. So we went and looked at the car, and I kept a straight face the whole time. I did not show my excitement. And as we left, I realized that my dad had made an offer and that the guy did not take the offer. I was so sad. I was bummed. But only a week or two later, we got a phone call. And that guy called back, and guess what? He took my dad's offer on that car. I was now the owner of a brand new, well, not new, it was used, 1974 baby blue Mustang. I was so excited. But when I went to look at that car, my dad knew me. He knew that I was a fun-loving person, and that I would show all that expression on my face, and the person selling that car would know exactly how much I wanted it. Well, I want you to think about this. What attracted you to your spouse? Are they fun-loving? If they're fun-loving, you're going to know it because you're going to see it all over their face. Are they a high achiever? Or did you marry that spouse because they were a gentleman? Some of us girls still look for gentlemen, right? Well, author Jenny Han says plenty of people are good looking, but that doesn't mean they're interesting or intriguing or even cool. So, what attracted you to your spouse? Were they good looking? Were they smart, popular, or maybe they had a personality style that you just clicked with? So what does that look like now? Maybe you've been married 6 months or 2 years or 10 years or 25 years. What does that look like now? Because sometimes those things we loved about that person now get on our nerves. What's that about? Well, last week we talked about bringing our past problems into the here and now and the problems that caused. So today we're touching on personality styles, how we think, how we act, and how we respond. And if you think about it, how you think and how your spouse thinks, how you act and how your spouse acts, and how you respond to challenges or fun things or whatever, and how he responds, you'll probably find there are some occasional fireworks that happen. Do you relate to any of these? Number one, you are spontaneous and you can't understand why your spouse orders the same dinner every time you go out. They even want to go to the same restaurant. Some people need change, and some people don't like and don't need any change. Number two, your husband has a poker face, kind of like I was supposed to have when we bought that car. Your husband has a poker face. You might feel he's not listening, or he's not interested, or he doesn't care anymore. Number three, every day you find yourself walking on eggshells the minute your spouse comes in. This is a personality style, and when you learn how to deal with it, you can do a lot better. Number four, if your spouse is always looking over your shoulder and you feel you can't do anything right, you find yourself feeling like not enough. So let's look at this. Are personality differences leaving you unfulfilled, unloved, or maybe even feeling downright mad. In Communication Secrets, this is a class that I teach. I show you how you can understand and resolve your personality differences. Imagine building trust and confidence in each other, and maybe even filling in the gaps, getting rid of major irritation and being able to stop sweating the small stuff. That really doesn't matter. Then you could bring back the joy and the romance you once had and that you probably want to get back. Sound good? Well, let me share something. I've got a free webinar coming up. Did I say free? Yes, I did. 3 mistakes couples make that push their spouse away. Who wants to do that? Nobody, right? And you can get back on the right foot. When you watch this, you're going to find 3 major things that more than likely we all do that push our spouse away. Because we're busy with life and we're not even thinking about it. I'm Connie. I bring 40 years of experience, over 40 years of marriage. And I'm sharing that with you in the Extraordinary Marriage. All right, so you can find all 3 of these videos. This is number 2. You can find all 3 of these videos on my blog or on YouTube. Go to theextraordinarymarriage.com.